Hey guys, this is Drift0r here. I am playing Domination on a Ray today with an ACOG M16. The point of this gameplay was to show off the gun, but I am not alone. Today I have with me Boss Jacoby.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? Boss Jacoby here, like Drift0r said, and I'm just really grateful to be on here.
Same thing, I'm glad to have you. It's interesting to bring in other gamers from different aspects of gaming. This is a public game, or as you would say, a pubs, and you can see me running around killing bad kids, but you play competitive gaming if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's all my channel really focuses on is just competitive gaming, and showing you guys, not only how to be better at competitive gaming, but also how to maybe transfer some of the tips or such that I show you guys in those gameplays into public gameplays, because I realize that a lot of you guys play pubs quite a bit, so I try and do that, and that's really what my channel focuses around, is just kind of improving your guys' game.
So, what ladder or league do you work on? Game battles, I'm guessing?
Yeah, definitely.
Game battles. Okay, I'm curious about this because I don't do game battles anymore. When you play game battles, isn't it only certain maps are allowed, certain settings? Or do they block weapons, equipment, perks, or anything like that? Or how does that all work?
Well, there's like a few different, I guess, subsections of like game battles and such. Like for Black Ops, they have basically two bigger subsections. One being map gen and one being MLG variant. And what map gen is it's basically any map, any game mode. I believe Team Deathmatch is not in it. I don't play map gen, so I'm not really too familiar. But I know that it's definitely a larger array of maps. So that's what map gen is, and there are also, every perk is allowed in map gen, as opposed to MLG variant where it's far more restricted. There's only a few maps. I believe there's 5 maps and only 3 game modes on it. The 3 game modes being S&D, Dom, and CTF, and there are quite a bit of restricted perks.
I really would like to play a restricted or more serious type of Capture the Flag because I really like Capture the Flag, but unfortunately when you play it in a public match like this, it's almost always just one big mess. If you go in with an organized team, you just smash the other team. If you go in alone, then you don't get any help, and it's really hard to play. You just end up playing team deathmatch and capture the flag. But what isn't allowed and why? I'm kind of curious.
Well, as far as MLG variant's concerned, what's not allowed includes Warlord is not allowed, be it the Pro or just the regular version, and I'm not really quite sure their reasoning behind it. I suppose it's probably the Pro version's benefit of, including more frags and more stuns. You cannot use Flak Jacket. You cannot, well, Ghost is useless because kill streaks are not allowed.
Ooh, no kill streaks? That's kind of rough.
Yeah, no kill streaks. There's a few others. TacMask Pro. Actually, TacMask Pro is allowed, but I think that's really it. That's really it that kind of comes to mind, at least.
So if I wanted to play that game type, and let's say I wanted to use dual-wielding HS-10s, I would be allowed to do that?
Oh, actually, yeah, you bring up a good point. No dual wields in MLG variant.
I couldn't even dual-wield pistols or scorpions?
Nope, nothing.
Oh no, that would blow me up. Dual-wielding scorpions are my primary submachine gun. I'm not kidding. I would prefer those over any submachine gun in the game.
Got it. Yeah, those aren't allowed. I'm not really quite sure why, because in my opinion, and I know yours is probably different, but like, I think that the regular Scorpion's way easier to use than the dual Scorpion. So, I don't know.
The regular Scorpion is really beefcake. I mean, I've used it. I like it. The only reason I don't like it is because I can't get quite the right perk attachment setup going on. I need extended mags, or I would like a grip, and I can't get that in the whole sleight of hand action. But when I go dual wield, it's you'd be surprised the kind of range they have.
Got it. Yeah, I don't really mess around with that, because that kind of goes back to just how competitive gaming is different in that we only use 2 guns, basically. I mean, any competitive gamer only really uses the FAMAS here or the AK-74U, so I don't really have a lot of experience with a variety of different guns.
See, I'm really telling you, you're missing out when you do that, because I made this gameplay to show off the ACOG M16, because I'm sure competitive gamers would all agree M16 is bad gun, is not good. But if you look at the numbers behind it, it actually does a lot of damage per burst, and it reloads fast and all these other things. But when you put an ACOG sight on it, it actually changes the gun statistics such that it has a higher center speed, and your bullets cluster tighter over range, and you can shoot a little faster accurately, which is why I use ACOG. But you're right about the FAMAS and the AK-74U standing out, because the FAMAS shoots fast, it has a high damage per second, fast reload. The recoil is predictable. It's not good, but it's highly predictable, and the same can be said of the AK-74U. They just outclass all the other weapons for general use.
Definitely. I think I think the main reason that you don't really see competitive gamers use the M16, and definitely not the ACOG on it, is because in MLG variant, like I said, the maps are different and there are no big maps. The maps, if I can just recall them off the top of my head, Villa is not too big. Radiation, you have Havana, Hanoi, Summit, and Firing Range. I believe those are it. And
yeah,
so,
those are not very big maps.
Yes,
you can't.
definitely. So you don't have, Array or Jungle where they're huge lines of sight. You don't really have that. So I don't think, or I do think that's kind of why the ACOG's not really popular.
That would make sense. Well, the Summit's a pretty cool map. I don't know about you, but Summit's probably my favorite map in the game.
Same.
I'm glad we agree. What do you like about it? Tell me, man.
I don't know. I mean, it's definitely, I don't think it's a snow element because I don't like Array and I don't really like Derail from MW2, but I don't know, it's something about it. Before it was ever an MLG variant map, just something about it and appealed to me. And ever since then, I've loved it. I always do pretty well on it. And I don't know, is there anything that kind of sticks out for you?
For me, well, since I'm usually doing a runaround class on the map, I like to move really fast. And there's just something about the layout of the map that I have a good feel for, that I learned really quickly, that I understand the good routes, the bad routes, the probabilities of where people are going to be, and it just seems pretty balanced. I don't get spawn trapped very often. I can move around the way that I like to move, which is a little bit more erratic. And I don't know, I don't have a good numerical or point reason for it other than it just fits the way that I play and it feels really good to me.
Yeah, we're in the same boat there. It's unexplainable, but it's so easy to decide. That's definitely my favorite map, along with Firing Range. But yeah.
Dude, I like Firing Range too. Firing Range can get annoying because I've been shut down on that map sometimes. Sometimes people can spawn trap.
Yeah.
Or you'll get like two guys with Second Chance Pro camping up in those buildings and flak jacket and they keep reviving each other. I'm not a big fan of that, which is one of the reasons I don't like Firing Range as much as Summit, but Firing Range is still a really fun map.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting point you brought up, is the fact that people just sit with flak jacket and try and spawn trap, and I think that kind of goes back to why they banned it for MLG variant, is because they want to kind of decrease spawn trapping in competitive gameplay, because it's far easier to grenade somebody out of spawn trap with or without flak jacket than it is with it. So that makes a lot of sense in that aspect.
Oh, you're definitely right, because in public matches people will do that. They'll camp with flak jacket, and if they have a buddy and they both have Second Chance Pro and flak jacket, unless you stick them with a grenade or something, you really can't get them out of that little roost, and oftentimes it's at the top of a ladder, so you have to try to climb up there and go after them, and it's just really hard to get them out.
Yeah, I don't know. I think competitive gaming just kind of limits me, because I really haven't played public room gameplays in months and months, because I've been the highest level I can be, or want to be rather, for quite a while. So I don't really experience a lot of the problems that a lot of other YouTubers do, as far as maybe Ghost or Flak Jacket or Second Chance, just because it's not really relevant in competitive gaming. So it's a bit different.
Dude, I understand. I used to actually do competitive gaming a long time ago. I did competitive gaming in Unreal Championship and to a lesser degree Counter-Strike on Xbox, but that was back before we had game battles or MLG. That was like back when they were first forming. Yeah. And this was like the wild, wild west of competitive gaming. Each clan had their own website and they did their own reporting and their own rules, and it was really messy. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine that. I could not even. Go ahead.
Sorry. I had one little bit to add to that, is that I was actually opposed to MLG in game battles because their initial rules were really bad for a lot of games, and I didn't let my clan do those things, and that eventually killed the clan, and I was quite wrong about the ladders and leagues.
Yeah, it's definitely restrictive, but I kind of like it. It feels to me like it makes it a little bit more fun, but that's just my opinion, so...
Well, they've improved drastically. Like when they first started, you should have seen the websites and how they were set up and the rules you had to play under. It was a mess. But nowadays they're, oh man, they're so much better and organized and legit.
Yeah, I mean you have one centralized website, and you have live support where you can click a button and get refs to help you out. So, I mean I haven't really had any experience with with the competitive gaming back when you did it, but. As it is right now, it's pretty organized. It's really fun to do, and for any guys out there that want to get started, I definitely recommend you do so, because it's a lot of fun and it brings Call of Duty Black Ops to a whole nother level.
Oh, I agree with you completely. The same thing about starting a YouTube channel with commentary or starting your own clan or competitive gaming. There's a difference between playing the game or really being in the game and like creating your own story, like actually breaching the game into the real world and having that become a part of what you do. And the game's over now. We're out of time. Damn
it. Yeah.
Alright, well, we'll run a little bit into the black. My subscribers, if you like Boss Jacoby and competitive gaming, please go to his channel and check him out.
Thanks a lot, Drifter, for having me. Thank you, audience, for sticking with us during this dual commentary, and I appreciate the time.